I'm calling mainly to say I love you.
Oh, that is so good. I love you, too.
How's it going there?
It's crazy. You'd think my family never been invited out to dinner before. Everybody's absolutely around the bend.
That's a little like that here, too.
You know, Tizo's so nice to go to so much trouble.
Well, he thinks I'm luckier than I deserve, and he's right, as usual. I'll send the car for you at 7, okay?
Terrific.
Are you sure Glassman shouldn't make a stop for Delia and Roger?
Oh, no, I'll get them up here. Otherwise, Delia would keep everybody waiting for hours. Well, I'll be up in the parlor at about 7. Why don't you just tell them to come on up?
Okay. Anything else?
Only that I love you, and it's going to be a wonderful engagement party.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. I love you. Bye.
Bye. Hi.
Listen, do you think my blue suit will be okay for this special occasion?
Oh, you're spectacular in your blue suit, but a sport jacket would be okay, too. Maybe you'd feel safer armored in Irish tweed.
Well, look, please keep your sarcasm to yourself, miss, huh?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be sarcastic. It was just a bad joke.
And while we're on the subject, I gotta tell you that the idea of including Delia in all this is really amazing to me. I mean, the dinner tonight, yeah, I can understand that if Tiso invited her personally and he doesn't know what the score is between us. And I mean, if Joe didn't bother to tell him, which I don't understand in the first place. But to include Delia in as a bridesmaid or whatever really takes the cake.
I like Delia. I always have.
Hey, Siobhan, us, marching down the aisle after Mary, and Jillian, and Faith, and Delia. I mean, doesn't that strike you as a little bit weird, huh? What a wild combination, huh?
Daddy, for heaven's sake. Delia bailed you out. After your little flyer in the market, where would you be? Where would Ryan's be if it weren't for that $80,000 or whatever it was?
That's got nothing whatsoever to do with this.
It has everything to do with this. Delia has been a part of this family for I'm not gonna do this.
Do what?
You're arguing with me about Delia because you promised not to fight about what's really on your mind, which is Joe and me. And you promised to be good about tonight, and I'm warning you that I'm going to hold you to that.
Oh, you're warning me. Well, I find that's very interesting.
Well, you know perfectly well what I'm trying to say.
Well, a warning in my book is a threat. And if that's what you get from hanging around with Mr. Novotny and Joe, well, I don't think there's much to celebrate tonight.
What are you trying to say?
I am saying, Siobhan, that I don't see much sense in trying to go to a party and celebrate what I know will be a disaster for my daughter and this family.
Hi.
Hey, you're home early.
Well, I'm sorry to be the cause of any dismay, but I got the afternoon off, and my patients wanted me to go away. What do you think of that?
Well, I think they're crazy. But then I'm crazy, too, but I don't want you to go away, so I don't know what their problem is, if you follow me.
No, I don't, but I do love you.
I'd rather be loved than followed.
Well, I'd like to be loved and followed. How about in this direction?
Well, now?
Well, not if it's inconvenient. What have you been up to?
I'm taking back the coat.
Honey, why? It looks marvelous on you.
It does, doesn't it?
Incredible. You know, with or without that coat, I think you're the most beautiful woman in the world.
You really do, don't you?
Yes.
You know how I know you do?
How?
Because the way you make me feel. Just you and nobody else. Beautiful from the inside out. And when you don't love me, I don't feel that way. So that's why I want things to be like they were, and like they are now, and like they were last night.
Because I make you feel beautiful.
Yeah. And you're so good for me, and I really love you, Roger. I think I know what that means now.
So, tell me again why you are returning that incredible, marvelous coat.
Well, you were making a really big effort last night to make up for the past few months, and so was I, and you meant it, and I meant it. bought that coat when I was mad at you and I needed to comfort myself, and it was really extravagant, and I want to be a better person.
Well,
so I'm taking it back.
Far be it from me to discourage any self-improvement. It's just a shame it has to be at the expense of the coat.
I can't keep it, Roger.
Honey, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just like me in it, too, and hate to part with it.
Oh. Why don't I buy it for you?
No! No. That's really sweet of you, but no thank you.
Well, why? Why not? How much did it cost?
A lot. I mean, I traded in my Fitch for, and it cost a heap of money on top of that. But the thing is, Roger, see, the coat is like a symbol of somebody I don't want to be. And I'd just rather find my happy old Fitch, if I can, because I feel like me in it. I just hope he hasn't sold it yet. Okay?
Okay. But Christmas is coming up soon.
Well, this won't take long, so you finish your drink and take a shower, and I'll be back, and we'll get all dressed up and go celebrate with Siobhan.
Well, actually, I'm looking forward to it. You hurry back.
I will. Just say a prayer for me.
What?
I mean about the coat, so I don't lose my nerve.
Delia, once you make up your mind to do something, it's as good as done.
Sure hope you're right.
Makes me nervous when you throw one out.
Trust me, baby. Now, if Jill and I are going to share filing cabinets, we've got to get rid of some of this stuff.
There's an issue that has to be resolved this afternoon.
That's right, lunch. Lunch. I haven't had my lunch yet.
You're going to have a splendid dinner in Sheepshead Bay at Siobhan's engagement party. Look forward to that. I'm afraid this is more complicated than a choice between pastrami and corned beef.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, we have to draw up a partnership agreement. Order stationery, have new signs made, change the listing in the phone book.
Right on all counts. So?
So, what's the name of this firm?
Ah. Well, I kind of got used to the idea of Ryan and Coleridge.
Yeah, so I've noticed.
Jill, it's easier to say than Coleridge and Ryan.
Only for you, my darling. From my standpoint, it absolutely has to be Coleridge and Ryan.
Really? You want to explain why?
Yeah, in terms of seniority, I have practiced law 6 years longer than you have. I was, in fact, your law professor. My legal experience is practical, where yours is mainly theoretical. So, Coleridge and Ryan has to be the name of our mutual practice.
Well, let me say that of the two, the name Ryan is more easily or more immediately recognized around town.
Yeah.
And not everyone thinks I was guilty of influence peddling.
I certainly wasn't suggesting
No, I didn't
that.
say you were. I'm not saying that. However, it is a point to consider. In certain circles, the name Ryan is still associated with honorable conduct in public office, especially around this neighborhood. Right, Georgia? Especially in this neighborhood. And this is where we're going to be hanging our hats, so to speak, so I think a compromise is in order.
Well, I don't see how a compromise is possible. What's first is first.
Let me think. Nah, it won't. Hold it. There, try that. Well, your first name is over mine, my last name is over yours, and equal billing.
Ingenious.
Thank you.
What do we call it?
You call it Coleridge and Ryan, I'll call it Ryan and Coleridge.
Excellent.
What do I call it? How do I answer the phone?
Law firm.
Oh, I love it.
Ryan, you're brilliant.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Mwah. It's going to be a pleasure practicing with you.
Practice what, huh? You need any practice? Might not get any work done, but what the hell?
You know what the real disaster is, don't you? You can't let go. You can't let any of us go. You brought us all up to think with our own minds and lead our own lives. And the minute one of us wants to walk across that front door, you start bellowing like a wounded buffalo.
Now, you wait a minute. Just keep a civil tongue in your head. I'm still your father. When I see the company you're going around with and the direction you're going, and I think they're both wrong, it's not a question of letting go. I wouldn't let go if you were about to jump off the top of the Empire State Building either.
What in the world is going on up here? I can hear the both of you all the way down to the bar.
Oh, Mother, he's just being impossible.
Now, Mrs. Ryan, your daughter has changed a great deal in the last several months, and I can't say it's for the better.
Now, please, the two of you, just stop it. Siobhan, I'm really surprised that you would...
I couldn't help it. He came in here ready to start a fight.
John, you promised
But
me.
I am sorry, but when I see one member of this family completely insensitive to all the rest of us, I'm obliged to call it to her attention.
What is he talking about?
How should I know?
Delia, and you damn well do know.
Delia?
Oh, Daddy.
I think Siobhan's plans to include Delia into the wedding party is completely insensitive to Frank.
To Frank?
Not to mention Faith and Gillian and myself.
No, this isn't gonna work, and I don't have to put up with this. He's gonna go on and on like this, and I'm not dutiful, Mary. I can't spend the rest of my life expecting a husband to have to deal with this. I think the only way to solve this is for me to get out of here and just go off to Brooklyn. And we'll come home for Christmas, Joe and I, and we'll come home for Easter, and Mother's Day, and maybe Father's Day, too.
Shh, John, Siobhan, please, stop before you say anything that you don't want to say. Please, darling, go wash your face. Let me talk for a minute with your father.
Lots of luck!
Go on now. Oh.
Like talking to a brick wall.
John, you're the one.
Me?
Yes, you are. Now, hush. You're about to make a mistake of a lifetime.
I'm not about to marry Tizo Novotny's nephew.
John, you're about to ask your own daughter to choose between her father and the man she loves. Now, in the course of events, you know who she's going to pick. She's going to pick Joe. Do you want to draw the line there? Do you want to regret that for the rest of your life?
She's already drawn the
She
line.
hasn't, John. She's going to marry the boy, yes. But she doesn't want to cut you off or the rest of us.
But that's what's going to happen.
Only if you make it happen.
I do not approve of this marriage. I cannot approve of this
John,
marriage.
you don't have to approve of it. But you do have to keep your mouth shut. You do.
Can you stand there and honestly look me square in the eye and say you're not worried to death?
Of course I'm worried. I have said it. You have said it. The girl knows how we feel. We cannot say any more. Or we're going to put her in the most dangerous position of all.
What are you talking about?
Think, man, think. If any of what you're worried about is true, if Siobhan is in some kind of danger, God forbid, because she marries Joe, the worst thing we can do is to isolate her so that she has no one to turn to for help.
Never thought of that.
Yes, well, you should think about it. On the other hand, if Siobhan is right, and there's no threat from the uncle to the two of them, and they have a lovely, happy marriage, then, God, that is what I wish for both of them. Don't you want to see her? Don't you want to see their children?
Of course I do.
Well, then talk to her. Right this minute before she gets her back up and goes dashing out to Brooklyn to call off that party. Please, dear, please.
Siobhan?
I'm right here.
Can I speak to you a minute here, please, sweetheart? Look, darling, I'm sorry. You're right. It's very hard for me to give up my daughters. Last thing in the world I want is for there to be any trouble between you and me. So I'm going to try to behave myself.
Thank you. Listen, you know, tonight might reassure you more than you think. You might even have a good time.
I'll give it a try.
This party is a very important occasion, Joe.
You bet it is.
Oh, for you personally, sure. But for the overall picture, too. I understand that Mrs. Pavel is very upset.
Yeah?
Yeah, she says that Pavel came and did a job for you, and you didn't give him what he was agreed.
Well, that's not true.
Oh, I know it's not true. She also says that he came over to get the money that was owed to him, and she hasn't seen him since.
Who told you that?
She reported him missing at the precinct this morning.
No kidding.
You know what people are going to say?
Yeah, I'm afraid I do.
Siobhan remembers the afternoon that he came to see you.
Yes.
So I'm just as glad that your wedding's only 3 weeks away.
I'm returning the coat. Thank you very much, but I can't accept it.
Why not?
Well, there are a lot of reasons, and I'm going to explain them all.
You don't like it? I'm really sorry. I saw it, and I thought it would be absolutely perfect for you. Well, it goes back to my furrier. I'll have him get out his entire stock, and you can spend the rest of the afternoon picking out any coat you
No,
want.
it's not the coat. I think it's the most beautiful coat I've ever seen.
Well, then what?
It's you.
What have I done?
Well, you haven't done it all by yourself. I've certainly helped. But everything's changed now, and I don't want...
Go on.
Well, I want you to be my broker and me to be your client again. I don't want to go on having an affair. Not to hurt your feelings or anything, but I never wanted to have one before. But you're very attractive, and you were so good to me, and I was mad at Roger because he got distracted, involved with somebody else temporarily because he was mad at me.
He told you that?
No. But everything's all right now. We had a wonderful evening together last night, and he really wants the marriage to work, and so do I, and I can't do that if I'm having an affair with you. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
You do? Oh, that's such a relief. Thank you.
I understand that you are a wonderfully emotional and somewhat naive, but beautiful girl. And you obviously have no idea how I really feel about you.
Oh?
You're extraordinary, Delia. You constantly delight me. And I have absolutely no intention of letting you go so easily.
You don't?
Of course not.
But why
If my feelings aren't reciprocated right now?
Well, yeah, that.
Because I know they will be. We have shared so much in just a short amount of time. I'm not just the $50,000 loan or the note that I hold on Ryan's bar, but our affair. The fact that it would, I'm sure, upset your husband very much now. You see, we really do have an awful lot in common. Now, I want you to think calmly and quietly about it, and then meet me tonight at the corporate apartment where we can discuss everything thoroughly.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't. There's a family party. Siobhan's engagement.
Tomorrow, then.
I can't.
Delia, all I'm asking you to do is just to consider the potential of our relationship. And once you've thought clearly about it, I'm sure you won't want to break it off either. Now, I want you to put this on. And you can go back home and have a lovely evening. And I'll call you first thing in the morning.
I don't want the coat.
I absolutely insist. It's incredible. I knew it would be. Now, my darling, don't be frightened or upset. Everything's fine. We'll discuss everything tomorrow. Once you've considered all the alternatives, I'm sure you'll agree. We really do belong together.
Royal Fur Storage. Delivery for Mrs. Coolidge. It's her fur coat.
For Fitch?
Let me see. Yeah, it's Fitch, all right. Deliver now. We're a little late because of the seasonal rush.
Well, there must be some mistake.
No mistake, mister. She stored it in April with instructions to deliver November 1st. You sign here, please. Thank you.
Delia. What the hell's going on?
A new original reality series on SoapNet. Mom and Dad are moving in for a financial intervention. It's a matter of life or debt. Bank of Mom and Dad. Moving in Wednesday at 10, only on SoapNet.